Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ashraful Azim, Assistant Professor of Anatomy, working at Ad-Din Hafiz Medical College. Today I am going to tell about the next session of my bones class. Today I am going to tell about the frontal bone. In previous lecture I am already discussed about the parietal bone. So if we look at the frontal bone, it is a morphologically it is a flat type of bone. We can also tell it is a pneumatic bone as it contains a air cavity within this bone, that is frontal air sinus, that is present the lower part of this bone. So we can tell it is a flat bone and also a pneumatic bone. Now if we look at this bone, we can see some part of the bone. This is squamous part, this large part is squamous part, this is orbital plate, and in between two orbital plate this is the ethmoidal part. So now I am going to tell about the squamous part. As it is flat, it has two surfaces. This is external surface and this is internal surface, and it is a sharp posterior border, and this posterior border is articulate with parietal bone above, and below it is articulate with the greater ring of the sphenoid. If we see the external surface, we can see there is a large tuber elevation at this side. It is called frontal tuber. It is the ossification center of this bone. From this point, the ossification will start for this bone, and the lower part, this border is called supraorbital margin, and within this supraorbital margin we can see a notch. This is called supraorbital notch, and from this supraorbital notch sometimes it is form a canal, and the supraorbital vessel and nerve passes through it, and medially the this border is related with supratrochlear vessel and nerve. Just above the supraorbital margin, the linear bony elevation is called superciliary arch, and the joining end of this superciliary arch is called glabella, and just lateral to this is the process is called the zygomatic process. The zygomatic bone is articulate here, and from this process the linear line goes upward. This is called temporal fascia is attached at this line. Now if we look at this inner aspect of this bone, this is somewhat irregular due to frontal gyrus of the frontal lobe, as the frontal lobe is related with this bone. If we look carefully at this midline of this bone, there is a crest, is called frontal crest, and it is related with the superior sagittal sinus. And there is another bony elevation is called in between crista galli and the frontal crest. There is a foramen is called foramen caecum. Sometimes initial vein passes through this foramen. And now I am going to tell about the orbital part of this bone. This is the orbital part, and in between two orbital part, this part is called ethmoid bone. I already mentioned this term. And this orbital plate, inner aspect of the orbital plate, the anterior aspect of this orbital, there is a bony depression, a smooth bony depression that is related with lacrimal gland. And this orbital plate actually form the roof of the orbit. In between orbital plate, this irregular part actually articulate with the labyrinth of the ethmoid, and the lots of small air cavity is related in this surface. That's why it is irregular, and this bone of this the thickness of the bone is very thin and contain ethmoidal air sinus. So the orbital plate, the posterior aspect of the orbital plate, this bone is articulated with the lesser wing of the sphenoid, and in between two orbital plate there is a thin bony plate. It is called cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone. As olfactory nerve passes through this bone, that's why it is cribriform. And in front and behind there is a large foramen of this plate. It is called anterior and posterior ethmoidal foramen, and through this foramen anterior and posterior ethmoidal vessel passes. Next, this orbital plate actually from before backward some bone is articulate here. In front there is a nasal bone, and that is articulated with the nasal spine, then the frontal process of maxilla, then the orbital plate of ethmoid bone. These are the bone that articulate this ethmoidal part. So that's all brief discussion about the frontal bone. I will discuss the occipital bone in my next video. Thank you.